The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Andrew Rogers here on the Eagles Sports Network with Carson-Newman women's soccer coach Simon Duffy as his team gets set to host a top 25 team for the second consecutive Saturday. Coach, before we start talking about Catawba, good win a couple days ago there. A win on Wednesday against Lincoln Memorial. You scored twice in the first half, first couple of 20 minutes there before conceding one late. How important was a result like that because of the stretch that we'll talk about coming up?
But big result, big 3 points. Performance was good. That was, and again, I know it sounds odd. We started very bright against LR as well. So to come out like we did against LMU Wednesday night was excellent. I thought we really were on the front foot, caused them a lot of issues, and scored 2 goals. You know, we both know what our record is when we score that first goal, so we're always chasing the first goal. That's one of our new mottos: chase the first goal. But the first goal in itself, as simple as it looked, was deadly. It was fantastic. The movement. Everything we've been working on and asking the players to do. So delighted with that. And then to get the second one there, not directly off a set piece, but from a corner, we attacked the ball, falls, and we're there to put the ball away. So, you know, it was a rough not a rough 5 minutes, but it was a bit kind of under a bit of pressure last 4 or 5 minutes. They scored a good goal, but we were able to hold out, and again, big 3 points on the road against a very good team.
Before I ask you about Catawba and we talk about this team, I mentioned second consecutive Saturday you'll face a top 25 team here at home. Difference being you don't have a whole week to prepare. You've got a quick turnaround to prepare for a good team. What can your team and maybe what can you learn that you can provide to them from Saturday to Saturday? Okay, we played this team. This is what we need to do better as we face another quality opponent this Saturday.
And again, I'm not taking anything away from LR, but it was 2 of our mistakes that led to their 2 first goals. You know, defender gets spun, and then we underhit a back pass to the keeper. So they're a deadly team. They're a fantastic team, and there's a reason why they are, you know, top 25. And they were very clinical with our finishing. So I think if we can limit our mistakes and not give, not just Catawba, but our opponents, if we can limit our opponents. Something we addressed, you said at the start of the year, we were giving away goals from set pieces, corners, if you remember that. Yep. In the last 3 games, we've only conceded one corner against LR. Yep. None last night, and the previous game, Newbury 0. So as silly as it is, right, if we can eliminate those opportunities for our opponents, we're not going to concede. So hats off to the players last night. We were able to force, I think, 6 corners, really put them on the back foot. But again, I'd like for us to be able to really go toe-to-toe with Catawba Saturday. Such a good team, so well coached. And again, they are where they are because of them being able to find ways against teams. You know, we struggled against Mars Hill on the road. They played them a few days later and struggled, but came away with a 1-0 win. That's the difference. So, again, like where we're at right now, players, we're finally getting everybody healthy again. That's really good to see. So I hope that continues.
So let's talk about this number 2 Catawba team. Held on Wednesday against North Georgia, comes back to win 2-1, as you say, finding a way to get it done once again. But this offense is high-powered. I think 46 goals, that's tops in the country. What drives this high-powered offense? Is it the number of weapons, the number of options they have, or just the way they present an attack that is so challenging?
All of the above. All of the above. They've got some wonderful players. They play a system they're very familiar with, but they're very efficient, and they're able to find ways. But like I said, they're just competing at a very good level. And I think I don't know their players, but it seems like their players have a good belief in themselves and in the team. So we're trying to get there bit by bit, day by day, and just excited to welcome them to Mossy Creek on Saturday for a big game.
It's not going to be difficult for you to make sure your team's ready to play, because if you're not ready to play for the number 2 team in the country, you're playing the wrong sport. You shouldn't be playing sports. But how do you make sure this team realizes, okay, they've had some stiff tests, but why can't it be us that gives them their first tie, their first loss? How do you make sure they understand that's a good team, but it's a team we can definitely hang around with?
That's the message, Andrew. That's exactly the message. Looked at a result last night. Eckerd down in Florida came up against a Nova team that was unbeaten, top 16 in the country, and beat them at Nova 5-0. It's you know, it's just down to a belief, and you going out and not laying down. Like, we respect our opponent 100%, but not laying down and letting them have their way. We need to make this a difficult place for them. But the biggest thing for us is to compete. When we show up and we compete, we're a wonderful team, and I really enjoy coaching my team when they show up to compete.
Best of luck on Saturday, Coach.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
That's head coach Simon Duffy. I'm Andrew Rogers here for the Eagles Sports Network.